What's up? Okay, it just sounds wrong. Alright. I know it's been a couple of weeks. I actually had 3 streams the last week, so I know it's been a couple of weeks since the last vlog. Let's see, since then I worked both jobs. The nice thing about the project management type job is that everything's getting smoother. I'm understanding a lot more things about what's going on. I know what QA versus QA1 means. It's unique to the organization. I know what they mean when they're talking about different dev environments, the release time schedule, why in the world they have things called Rail 1, Rail 2. Okay, actually, probably should research that more. Either way, the terminology is making more sense, and it's like I'm actually following a lot of the conversations just because you just get used to the jargon as you're there. So that's a plus. Costco's still Costco. I still put things on shelf. If anything, that one's probably just gotten more complicated just because of the amount of people that are in the mix, new additional assistant managers, new floor managers. I discovered that apparently the managers are under a hierarchy, so they're all called manager, but some managers report to their manager, So like this manager takes priority over this manager. This manager, if this manager says something, then you can question it. But if this manager says something and their manager said this, you go with this manager. But at the end of the day, this problem is they all still expect to be taken seriously and not to be talked back to. So if you say, well, this, nope. You do what you're asked by whoever asked you most recently, prioritization to whoever asked you most recently. And the next guy comes and says, why are you not doing X? You're in trouble. You guys are the ones doing this. You guys are the ones making your life more difficult. You guys are the ones making our lives more difficult. So what I'm saying is it's a retail environment with people that are in it for themselves. On the bright side, I'm not here to make friends, just money. I hate sounding like that. On the bright side, YouTube. So about YouTube. So as you know, right now I do mostly, like most of you are probably here because of the Twitch type stuff, and I know that I have viewership there, but much as I like, Twitch is my favorite thing to be doing when it comes to doing creation of any kind of content. I really enjoy the live environment, the interacting with viewers, the talking with people, the chatting. That's what I really enjoy. But at the end of the day, Twitch sucks at promoting smaller creators. I mean, there's no incentive to. Don't be fair, don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, most people who found me probably just found me because I was playing a game that they happen to like. But they'll see you and say, they're like, oh, I like this one. I'm going to watch this one for a while. They'll go talk to you. But you're not going to pick up a lot of people watching really quickly. It's not really how Twitch is going to promote you. It's like, oh, I gain 1 new fan every couple of days. And if you're trying to build a community of a bunch of people who actually want to interact, Twitch is very slow about that because they're not going to actively promote you as if you happen to be picked up by someone in the algorithm. So I'm completely reliant on, oh, who's searching Knights of the Republic 2 today? A few people. Well, do I play a really big trending game? Well, first off, you're going to drown because everyone bigger than you is playing that trending game. And 2, I can't afford to be doing that just to go try to say, hey, I want to have more people watching. And that's not to say the people that are watching are bad. It's not to say that I'm not enjoying the time that I'm spending with them. It mostly is just to say that the whole idea behind a community is have other people to interact with. Not everyone can be there every single day. I don't want to be relying on saying, hey, you're the one I'm talking to today. The idea is to have ability to just engage with people, to be able to connect with them, to be able to just say, hi, how was your day? How you been doing today? Oh, I remember you. How are you doing today? And that's what I want to do. That's what I want to kind of try to build. And Twitch simply doesn't give me those tools because Twitch's tools are press the go live button. Okay, good luck. The reason behind getting into YouTube is kind of just that YouTube, at the end of the day, kind of still does a better job of actually promoting that content because it's still available. I know that people aren't reliant on when I go live, when I am available. They can interact with the content on their time. They can add to their watch later list or to a playlist and jump back to it later. Maybe they'll forget, maybe they won't, but it's there. And if you make something that actually is relevant to people to say, oh, I actually want to see that. I want to actually interact with that. Now, of course, it doesn't have quite the same level of communication, level of interactivity, but that's kind of what the stream is for, is to have that connection. So they're two different audiences, but also the same audience. They're two different, I don't know, I guess two different audiences, 2 different ways of interacting with people, two different things you're looking for, 2 different processes you're looking for, I guess, if you want to get technical about it, which I know I do too much. people are looking for different things with the different platforms that are designed for different kinds of enjoyment. And one of the big successes of YouTube is that it's not having to be the live content; it's on your time, and that's the advantage of it. So the plan is that starting probably beginning of January. I know that that's the wrong time to do YouTube because ad revenue is down. Blah blah blah. Spoilers: YouTube requires 3,000 subscribers on your channel to even get ad revenue. That's not really relevant right now. January is more going to be the idea because I'll probably be working less hours at Costco. Even if I go full time, I'll probably still be working less hours. Not full permanent, I'm going to be having less hours. I'll actually have time to be making stuff, so that's the plan. And also, at the end of the day, I have some games I want to play that I do want to actually enjoy and experience that simply don't work in a Twitch environment nearly as well. In some cases, they're just so short, I pop it out and it's done within an hour or two. Like, oh, that's it. Okay, let's go switch something else in the random middle of it. And then some games are just such a different pace. So, for example, shmups, it's kind of hard. Shoot 'em ups, it's kind of hard to both read the chat and pay attention. And I got a number of those I want to play that I feel are kind of going to be more engaging there. And then also just some visual novels that I do feel are probably better enjoyed after the fact, just to reduce the risk of people being in the chat like, oh, go this door next. I mean, that for certain kind of games, that is part of the enjoyment. Especially, I know like that's kind of what made Telltale get really big. But at the end of the day, I do want to be surprised, and Twitch can make that harder sometimes with a game that where the entire thing is the story. It's not like KOTOR where there's still the gameplay to it. It's not like there's still the exploration aspect of there's this new thing, especially for a game such as, say, Papers, Please, that I want to play. There's really just you progress the story, and that's all there is to the game. So it allows me to just have a different kind of experience, a different way of enjoying the game while still being able to experience with others who might be interested. Also, it's really useful for games I want to play, such as Metal Gear Solid someday, where that one is less about, I would love to stream that one. I know it has some content issues that might not be as stream friendly because Kojima is Kojima, and there's some content that would require me to put up the adults only rating, shall we say. So the ability to edit those out if I don't know they're coming up would be a good thing. I think it's Act 3 of Metal Gear Solid 4. Fans of that'll probably know what I'm referencing there. Yeah, don't want that on stream. So rather edit that if I can help it. But also, for example, I want to play Final Fantasy type games, and for some RPGs that's totally fine. Final Fantasy 5 happened to work because I was able to time the level grinding when I was between streams. But so, for example, with Final Fantasy 6, I know the game kind of expects you to do some level grinding at some points. That's not fun to watch. No one wants to watch that on a live stream. But if you're a roadblock, then it's, well, let's go fight a bunch of battles now. Yeah, everyone knows the battle theme at this point if you watch that stream. Since a large part of that was just me fighting over and over again. And I feel that would be better suited for a format where I could just fight those battles off screen and not have to worry about it. I feel like that was just me 5 minutes of me talking about it. So here's why I'm doing a YouTube. When a lot of people are just like, I'm doing YouTube now, okay. But I guess it's weird because, again, at the end of the day, I still do enjoy the Twitch and Vive environment. But YouTube allows me to both kind of engage on a different level, but also to produce a different kind of more, I guess I'd say edited, but let's be real, I'm not going to have much time to do as much editing as I'd really like to. Maybe in the future I can get something going with that, but at the moment it'll mostly just be more adjusted. I guess curated might be the right word. Just designed. I guess designed so that if there is something that shouldn't be there, that it's a lot easier to catch. It's really all it comes down to. Different kind of environment. Or just different pacing. Maybe I just want a smaller game. Or maybe I want a really long game that would take way too long on stream. Or maybe I'm doing Baba Is You bonus puzzles finally. Maybe someday. At the end of the day, though, I have not yet mentioned the game that I'm actually going to be playing on Saturday. So for those of you who stuck around the entire vlog, Castlevania Advance Collection came out, and I think it's about time I actually played some of those. So we're going to be starting with a Castlevania game. I'm not going to say which one exactly, mostly because I forgot which one order they go in, but it'll be coming up soon. That should be going up sometime early January, so get excited for that if you're into that sort of thing, and if not, there'll be other games that'll probably be worth your time. I'm thinking it'll probably be like 15, 20-minute videos, because I know those are about the like that I enjoy watching, so they're kind of like that I enjoy making as well. And of course, it'll depend on the game. We'll see. In the meantime, though, that's all I got. Thank y'all for sticking around as always, and see you around. Tick. Wait for it. Later. Okay, I have genuinely no idea what I was waiting for.